Good evening and welcome to the Baltic eSports League Season 1. I'm MV, I'm joined here by V. Is everything okay today with you?
Happy days, busy days, but happy days, and really excited for this match.
Exactly, because we're going to have WASD Sports versus Baltic Elite. I really want to see what can Baltic Elite put up against them. But before that, we could probably jump into the schedule and see what we saw yesterday, what we're going to see. So yesterday we already did see Not Like This versus XGR. 1-1, kind of expected. One basically was wipes from each other team, almost like it felt like.
Yeah, we were kind of hoping for a different result, but it ended up going 1-1 again for XGR. So was an interesting match to see. There were a few adjustments both of the teams have made throughout the tournament, but in general, sort of expected.
It was, and then Team Refuse versus Vortex. That was the match of the week, but it ended 2-0 kind of fast. Vortex couldn't do too much.
Yeah, I really hoped that Vortex would be able to put up more of a fight, but unfortunately it didn't happen, and Team Refuse just seemed to be on point on every single aspect of the game, so I can't really say much there. They just annihilated Vortex, and that's the end of the story there.
That was the end of the story, but the story continues today as we're going to see Baltic Elite versus WASD Sports. Baltic Elite, they've been proving themselves more and more for the past few weeks, but now against WASD Sports, that is the tough cookie to swallow to deal with.
Well, it's a true test for every team to go against a team that's holding any first position, regardless of the situation. And even in a tournament like this, I feel like Baltic Elite really should just step it up right now and actually show what they're made of. And it's going to be a good estimate for themselves as well, where they stand actually when they finally get to battle basically a Goliath at this stage in our tournament.
Because they are because they are at the first place. And Baltic Elite, I guess the good score for them would be 1-1. That would already be something to be happy about.
I would say this is probably the best outcome they could get off this matchup.
Okay.
Straight into also a little prediction there, but I feel like it's going to be the best they'll be able to achieve out of this.
And then tomorrow we're going to see Aesthetic versus Malco. We already talked about a bit about that. It should go Malco's way, but anything can happen. Aesthetic can one more time show up as they did against WASD Sports, where they looked kind of good.
Yeah, as I mentioned yesterday already, Aesthetic, they still should show why they are here, why they were chosen, why they have this spot, and also for future reference so that everyone else knows that you cannot take them lightly still.
Yes, and then the last two best of ones going to be between Skinlords and Team Sply. The matchup that kind of at the moment favors Skinlords, but we've yet to see Sply come out of that slump that they've been in.
Yeah, as I said, it's a principal match for both of the teams, so they're really eager to win either way. I feel like whoever loses is going to be slightly tilted, probably.
Yeah, definitely, especially because it's domestic duel, Latvian showing who is the best, who can do the best thing. And then, of course, we can talk about now Baltic Elite versus WASD Sports. Both teams, they have great uppers on the side of Baltic Elite, and Niho picking up that up, a new addition to Baltic Elite. Of course, he's been here for, like, I think, 4 weeks or 3 weeks in that team, but he's really stepping up the game, scary up to play against, but the same thing goes for WASD Sports. Spur.
Correct, yes. So, as I said previously, kind of already jumped into it. I feel like it's going to be a 1-1 best case scenario for Baltic Elite, regardless. I feel like they should be proud of that result, if that is indeed the result and end of the match. Perhaps they'll surprise us, but this should really go, on paper, this should go 2-0 WASD Sports' way.
Yeah, because they like the first map, Inferno. I think that should be the map that Baltic Elite could have a chance, because the next map is Cobblestone. I don't think in Cobblestone you can beat WASD Sports that easily.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because we've seen, like, on Cobblestone, when Spur gets his up or Dodds gets active around the map, they just annihilate every single position. Like Spur on that platform on Cobblestone in B sites, unbeatable upper almost there. He
Still,
can be so fast.
I feel like WASD Sports also know that and are gonna be probably taking it. They're probably gonna be taking it. In the same fashion as they wanted to go, so as in they want to have those picks, they want to go aggressive and shut the game out early, but still you should never really underestimate your opponent, especially if you haven't played against the opponent, or the opponent, as we've seen before, even the weakest link can prove itself at some stage, and who knows, maybe today is the day.
Yeah, that could be the case. We can also remind that WASD Sports had the longest game in the season, 6 overtimes, 34-32. They did beat their XGR eSports in the end. So maybe Baltic State can put up a fight up against them even on both maps.
Who knows? Who knows? The only chance is to find out and see for ourselves.
And that's definitely the case. But I believe for now I'm going to remind you about the Hyperton.pro website, where you can see the LAN event, what's going to happen there, what you can expect from it, as well as the Baltic eSports website, BESL.pro. All the information, the statistics, all you need to know. Beautiful reviews written by Gekons. Have you read them? Are you checking them?
Yes, I am always, even before every single match, I still double check it, because it's a still valuable insight to gain, as obviously another opinion is another thing to think about.
Exactly.
But yeah, definitely I suggest checking those reviews out, and just so you have a good understanding of what's going on in the tournament in general.
Yeah, that is true. But for now, we're going to head into a small commercial break. When we come back, Baltic State versus WASD Sports on Inferno. Hello and welcome back. All 10 players are in the server. We should be ready to jump into Inferno in the ninth round. So ninth round, kind of important, but I don't think it's as important for WASD Sports.
I feel like WASD Sports don't really care on which side they start. Obviously,
Yeah.
they would like to start CT and just get this strong initial hold off once
Yeah.
again, same as we saw yesterday doing from Team Refuse.
Yeah.
Probably in their best interest right now. At the same time, perhaps they just want to try something new. If they're really confident and they end up being
Yeah.
on T side, I don't think they're going to be too upset about it.
Definitely won't be, but now we can jump into the ninth round. Let's see who's gonna win it, who's gonna take the side that they want to start on. As Dod's last man standing, he gets one, but there's Centrons to finish things off. So Žalgiris eSports no longer Baltic State. And they'll decide now on which side probably they're gonna stay.
Probably going to stay, yes. Very big day for Žalgiris eSports, as obviously they have a lot of things to prove today to themselves, to their new sponsors or team owners.
The organization in general.
Accordingly, the pressure is on for them, and as I mentioned before, this is where they really find out what they're made of and what's really going to happen.
Richie has been blowing up in the past few games, almost all times up fragging, 30 bombs left and right. So I want to see how he does here now in the banana. Although it doesn't look like WASD Sports are going to head towards that position. Second middle, 2 players, but they are going to check this position, but no one will be seen. It's going to be Walkman hearing the players run. He's going to see the first player and even spot the bomb, and he's going to look for the kill, but Vista is there to get the kill back. No rotation just yet from the players as they're not moving into the side, just staying in the CT. So let's see what can Nico do here. He's looking for the headshot, but he can't hit it. He's getting tagged up. Okay, at least Centrons finds one. He's going to look for the next, but Spur now with the Glock moving forward, getting the second kill as well. And only Reggie, 1 against 4, will be left alive, but he was already hurt, and here comes the tag and the kill.
A very quick round from WASD Sports, and exactly what I wanted to see. They want to start off strong and convincing against Žalgiris eSports, as you can see. They very quickly took mid-control and quickly also overturned that into a short push. Got rid of the guy in pit relatively quickly. You can see teams sometimes struggling with it, and we're in the next round already. Dodds actually with the sawed off.
Oh, yeah. So let's see where he's going to head with that. Although we already see Dreamus with Reggie trying to peek towards Banana, but there is Reggie getting tagged up. He now has to run away. Beast already has found Centrons. Let's see if Eniko can find this player, but with the Deagle, he finds it there in the end. Looked a bit shaky and scary for a moment. Reggie did find Spur there in the Banana, but now we're going to see the push. Can Bitcher find a player here in short? He will instantly. Walkman going down, and 2 against 2 situation as Gapork even takes down Reggie. And Niho now only left with the AK in his hands. Normer, but as I mentioned, at least there is the AK.
And Niho already has 2 kills, and let's see if he can get this. Almost gets the player coming close from Banana, but now he slipped through, and he knows there's still another T lurking around. Was checking the right corner, trying to bait out one of the players just to get a 1v1 and gets backstab.
Yeah, the information was there from Gaborik. Very easily Bitcher to move in, take down the player.
Very excellent play from WASD, as obviously they baited for each other and just kind of leaving the CT in an awkward spot there in the middle. Perhaps it was a wiser move to move into that second middle position from anyhow. Unfortunately, didn't pan out. As you can see, 4 MAC-10s on
the
T
money
side.
will roll for WASD.
It's going to be a quick one as they approach middle very quickly. And there's going to be 3 CTs in short. Let's see if any of these MAC-10s can fight these frags. Dod's doing insane damage.
Oh, the grenade!
Unfortunately, only finds 1 as he gets traded out by anyhow. And there's still 2 CTs in apps. Another nade from Vista.
That should kill off at least 1, but it does not. Although there is spur pushing with a MAC-10, easily 2 kills, the money just raining in. Now the rotation from Reggie and Dreamus, as they have nothing to save.
And nothing to lose, so they just need to get these guns out as the first battle with Vista commences, but Reggie loses his life to him, and now only Dreamus left and gets shut down as well. Convincing round from WASD, only Dodds went down, and a lot of money saved. That nade in apps towards the boiler room, insane damage. That one did, again, above 100 HP in total, definitely.
And now we're going to see, okay, now I'm liking this. And Enicho already has saved for the op. Žalgiris eSports, they're a team that they like to save for the op as fast as they can and get that up rolling. Let's see if Enicho can find anything. But with that Molotov in the banana near the bench, he can't do anything.
Slightly hard to peek into that Molotov here. You can see nades being traded back and forward. Actually, Enicho left on 30 HP, manages to get the kill on Gaborik, and still actually goes for a cheeky wallbang there as he flashes over for his teammates just to establish this dominant banana control. Deep smoke will go down, but you can see the terrorists are already up close towards middle as the play comes through. Don't manage to find anyone just yet. There is a CT player up on balcony and one just behind the smoke towards archway.
He could have a great deal here for Walkman if they decide to push forward, but they won't, and I think Bitcher knows there's a player on balcony. He should at least.
Probably
push out,
had
and
a
he
sound
finds
cue.
him, and nobody checks him, and there's going to be Dodds with the kill on Dream as the second guy who is checking, and Dodds with one more beautiful shot, just taking down every single player in the ace side. Let's see if Reggie can say anything about this, but Dodds, he's on fire. 4 kills, my God.
Wow, Dodds really just wants to shut this one out as he instantly goes in. That second kill in sight was very crucial, as obviously they didn't lose a single second on taking the plant and therefore got it down. Actually, not too sure why CTs even attempted to retake this, as Enicho was on 8 HP and had the AVP. So not really a viable situation there, but regardless, next round, pistols out, only 3 USPs and a deagle and a P250 on CT side. Let's see if Reggie can do work with the deagle, as he's just listening for sound cues, trying to get the timing right, trying to find one. And Dodds again with the kill on
he's going to
Enicho.
push out. Well, he get the players long, but instantly Walkman take him down. At least the information is there that the players are on long. Let's see if Bitcher has anything to say about it. And now he peeks out. He sees 3 of them. He sprays down 2, and only 1 will be left alive there in the corner. Walkman, he baits out the shot. He's trying to hide, but there's going to be Reggie with the deagle taking down the player in 2 against 2 situation. 2 AKs now in play for Žalgiris eSports. So should this be a retake or should this be a save?
Well, it was an eco round, so ideally you probably... They don't really have a kit, and there's probably not going to be a quick kill that you can gain. You can try for a retake, but it's, as you can see, Reggie and Vista and Gaborik take a slightly forward position, both denying any sort of chance there, and they were...
Confidence play, going that far out of the side, 2 against 2.
It was a confident play, but they knew that if they can get at least one of the kills early, the second player can play time. So hence the decision behind it. And obviously, CTs unfortunately lost that weapon. Regardless, a slightly expensive round for WASD, but there is a full buy coming in, as already a banana push is going through. But Gaborik just burning down to 16 HP. It seemed there he's going to be fine for a second, unfortunately. The tides have changed as Enicho now peeking down banana with the AVP, gets flashed and misses a shot, puts a smoke down, and they're still trying to establish this dominant banana control. As you can see, the terrorist team is already in second middle, bomb near the apps, and they're just trying to gather now to make a push into middle, as it seems.
Every single round, Dodds and Bitcher, they just take the apartments and they win that position instantly almost. And here as they move inside, Centrons finds one, Centrons finds the second. Can he find the third player who's now pushing in? Although they kind of hesitate WASD to move in. And now here from long, Dreamus through the smoke can't find anything. But now it looks like Vista wants to peek. I was going to see the first player, Reggie, going down, but he does not find Dreamus. So this could potentially work, although Spur, last man standing, finds one, as Bitcher did go down and now into the pit. Will he find any of the players? He did see a grenade coming out of the side, but he won't have any information about the player in the middle, and he's trying to battle it with an echo. But the movement from both of the players, you can see how well they can move around with the ops.
This actually gives Spur a chance to get into B as the CT player went back.
Did he read it perfectly? It looks like he did.
The timing's going to work out as he smokes off CT and he has an AVP. He just clears this site. He's going to risk it. He realizes it was the B player and most likely there's nobody from A. And we have a 1 versus 3 on our hands. Now he really needs to find a kill early. And it looks like it might be this.
Could be a Nico taking him down, and it will be. Yes, Spur a bit too aggressive. But that's just the way he plays.
Interesting position on a Nico in that situation. Just slightly up on the wooden pile of wood there.
Yeah.
And it seemed that Spur kind of had the angle on it, but wasn't expecting him to be slightly higher than normally.
Yeah.
And it looked like even almost missed because of it. And Žalgiris eSports actually get their first round now. So it's going to be 5-1 already. Still a very quick pace from both teams. You can see WASD Sports, regardless of the situation, still trying to make those plays happen. When initially Spur was in the 1 versus 3 situation, he still had 55 seconds left.
Yeah.
So that's quite a lot of time. He could have paid it out more patiently. Regardless, he got the plant, at least some money, and you can see they've already established a full buy on both sides now. As Eniho trying to peek down middle, but seems to be holding off just for waiting for the right time to peek. As you can see, 2 terrorist players are up close in banana.
Yeah, but they both get naded. You can see Gaborik and Dots both 37, 38 HP. The grenade was perfect.
There is a smoke there, so they're slightly hesitant to push through, and understandably so, as they realize that the CTs are holding up close, most likely, just waiting for a cheeky smoke push.
And finally, some control over the map from Žalgiris eSports. As before, it was kind of just WASD Sports just roaming around. Even you can see this time, they haven't taken the apps 2 players. Maybe they're switching things up. Maybe it was not allowed. Though we can see that there's still Bitcher in there.
Well, they were damaged in the banana, so that probably slowed things down. They just need to get a confident pick now, as it's a higher risk to lose Gaborik and Dodds early on, and especially Dodds, if you lose that entry fragger, it's going to be sad days. But you can see Terrace slowly taking mid control. There is 1 T Terrace still making noise towards B and holding 2 players there, as the arch push, a long push is going to go through, and Centron gets Vista.
But there's Spur to get the kill back. And it looks like it's going to be split, although they're going to peek out and Niho misses the shot. They have the information, and now we're going to see push towards the A side. What can Gaborik do here with 38 HP? Has to find 2 players. Will he see the player? He's going to instantly see Reggie, but you can see Reggie almost going down. 16 HP left. 2 players now into the site, as now they're moving through. 1 still left in CT, so they're going to take the side, just the 2 of them. And here, Bitcher going down to Dream is just a perfect play. And let's see, Spur does not check the right corner, and that leaves just Dodds alone on 1 against 4. Very good hold. Žalgiris eSports they were expecting this almost every single position.
Reggie and Dreamus did an excellent crossfire there. So Dreamus saved Reggie once, and then accordingly Reggie saved Dreamus when the terrorist player tried to make a push into site to get rid of that backline's position there. So great stuff from Žalgiris eSports, showing up finally, managing to hold it and pushing terrorists to their limits. As you can see, terrorists using the last of their money to get 3 AKs, a Deagle, and a MAC-10 on Spur, and expecting a fast play from them.
Going down instantly, he tried to peek in, but it's just something WASD Sports do almost every single round. They just kind of expect that someone wants to go towards that position. Centrons, he finds only 1 player, and that leaves only 1 player towards the A site. And I believe WASD Sports, they know this. They know there's only 1 guy, and Bitcher instantly taking down the player on the balcony. As now Dreamus with Reggie 1 more time to the retake, but there's instantly Dawes just with 1 kill, now pushing through the smoke. Dreamus, he will find Vista. But Dodds with 10 HP, he's even going to re-peek this position and win the duel.
The confidence from this guy.
That's just something we basically we're now at this point used to seeing from Dodds, as he never hesitates to make those plays.
And you can't really say that someone from Žalgiris eSports is not really showing up. I mean, they're definitely doing work as much as they can. It doesn't look like they're too shaky or anything. It just Dodds, man. Just goes
breaking
and kills
them apart.
So let's see what's going to happen. Reggie on the CZ and Centron's on the MP9, actually. So this is going to be a close position for him. The bomb is far behind in T-Apps still. As you can see, Spur together with...
How far will Bitcher get? He gets spotted, almost gets killed off, and he will be killed off. as Walkman did spot the guy. I would say a bit too aggressive from Bitcher, kind of underestimating his opponents.
Yeah, I feel like it was a slight misplay there, not really expecting two players be so close, and still though, Dodd's trying to make the best out of this situation, see if he can catch off anyone crossing over from back into pit, as they know, he knows that someone's going to want that AK, and you can see a contact play is happening towards B, and Spur actually drops Dreamas. Can he get the guy in coffin though, as Vista also now looking for the second player, realizing there's someone has to be there.
Reggie waited for the perfect amount of time just to make sure that he gets the perfect shot in. And then I see the rotation will come through, but Vista will already plant the bomb. Although he plants, he sees the player. Okay, and who was it? It was Centrons who missed his opportunity, and now he loses his life for it.
Centrons had an MP9, so really couldn't do much from that distance, and now there is still Reggie in CT with the CZ, actually picks up the MP9. Still a lot of flashes and Molly on CT, so they could still potentially do this. They do have kits, both of them, though, so let's see if Dodds can surprise them. Will he push? He's expecting the push, and he's going to be getting the second player as well.
And yeah, both players.
Cheeky plays from Dodds, but slightly risky. The MP9 could have just demolished him there up close, so he was lucky that the CT players weren't really expecting for someone to be that aggressive in that situation. Regardless, the round goes was Sports' way, and it's already 7-2. And the CT's money is horrible, to say the least. They're all on USPs, and it looks like it's going to be a gamble B stack as the Terrorist players, two of them are approaching A, and Spur.
Let's see what can Spur do here with the Mac 10. They're going to move in already. 2 kills. They're looking for more, but not from long range. Dreamers with 1 kill. Gaborek moving forward, taking down Walkman. And it's going to be just a clean up them. Money in the bag for them. Although Dreamers finds one. You can see now the grenade coming through. Luckily for Dreamers, he was not hit by it. But you can see just the bomb. He's going to head towards the A site. And there's just Bitcher with Dodds hunting.
Dodds is in full hunt mode right now, as obviously not really necessary to push this Mac-10 too much. I mean, the economical advantage has already been gained, as they both got 2 kills there with the Mac-10, so therefore the money is there. No real reason to push. Regardless, you can see Bitcher actually going to find Dreamus there on low HP. AK does insane damage in that range, and quickly this turns into 8-2.
This is kind of deja vu from yesterday when we saw Refuse play against Vortex almost.
Žalgiris actually taking out a timeout.
What should they change now? What is the deal here? What are they talking about?
They should really start to establish some sort of apps control. I feel like it's a position that WASD Sports currently are abusing. Just the fact that they are taking these fights from a longer distance. Therefore, it seems like it's just a bit too late for Žalgiris eSports to react adequately enough once WASD Sports takes this middle position.
And since all the time the window and the boiler position gets Molotov grenaded and everything else, they should probably just put 2 players through the A sites, through that entry in the apps, and maybe be a bit more aggressive, wait for players to come through, because there's always, they do the same thing as they take the apps. One goes through lower, one goes through the balcony.
You can see actually now, perhaps someone has heard us, as the CTs are coming closer into apps now. Walkman actually checked initially and fell back, expecting this Molotov to come through, and it actually does, as 2 CTs are pushing down Banana. Walkman actually gets the kill on Bitcher, and you can see how the situation changes as 2 CTs, that is Reggie peeking down into Banana, and the Terrorists are going to be forced into this middle now. Can A players hold their sight, as 3 of the Terrorists are already in short position, and just Vista's throwing last of nades, and the push is going to be any second now. Just need to wait for this Molotov that's keeping them back. 2 players in sight, 1 in pit position, cheeky position at that as well. And Vista actually going for the plant in smoke. Can they kill them? Can they stop the plant?
And Nico, he manages to kill them but not deny the plants. And now you can see all 3 players now move back. They get middle player. They can now easily move towards long. Dodds with just 2 kills. Dreamus, Reggie, they both go down. And you can see CTs are kind of now shocked. What can they do? They can go for the defuse, although here Dodds goes down. So now all the chances are there for the players. As this smoke lands, and even Gabori going down, Spur, he has to do so much. Will he see the players? He's seeing the bomb planter there, but he misses the shot. The defuse, it's going to come through. And here even pushing forward. Can he get it? He misses the shot, and the bomb will be defused. Did he find a player? He did not. Can he save this up? My God.
Actually finds one falling back as well. Unfortunately that he didn't land that shot and couldn't see the player in that particular situation, but he made the most of what they could. I mean, for CTs in that situation, when you're 3 guys still on A and the bomb is down on A, it's a kind of weird position to be in, as you're kind of asking yourself, how did this happen? And at the same time, it happened, so you have to deal with the situation. As you can see, Dreamus with the shotgun up close in Banana. Won't find anyone there just yet, as terrorists are taking a slightly passive approach. They realize that the money situation most likely is not going to be great on CT side. They know they just won a round, and you can see that 2 MP9s and a shotgun. And the terrorists are lurking towards middle, close again towards A. They realize that this position seems to be weaker, at least at this stage. And if it works, why not abuse it? And Spur just keeping an eye on Banana, making sure no pushes come through, as he knows Reggie just loves to push up close and make sure that the Banana position is clear. And Dodds, can he make work again towards A here, as the nades are going to come through? And there should be information that there is definitely a player in pit, as Dodds saw the nade coming from that area. And Vista with the bomb towards the smoke, listening. And Walkman, Jesus,
he
gets
found
another
Bitcher
kill
there in the apps.
Gets another kill in the apps and still is alive and making chaotic.
Oh, just the perfect hold. So basically,
Couldn't
Reggie
even
was
finish
there for
my
the
sentence as the round finished already. I was just so surprised that the crossfire worked out in an instant for them. So I feel like they've found this adjustment now. From WASD Sports, they should realize that right now, and that it's probably going to be eventually.
I think it's kind of on the back that Walkman managed to get the first clean there in the apps, so no app presence from terrorists. All go through the short 3 players focused on A site.
Well, it's happened twice now that he actually gets the first kill in apps, and there is no real trade potential there, so that's really bad news for the terrorists. As Spur actually gets an entry on Reggie, and 2 terrorists pushing up close on B, just seeing if they can quickly clear the site. And just trying to force some sort of either a rotation happen or obviously get the CT, as anyhow finds Dodds and Centrons finds Bitchers.
Yeah,
so
they were trying to push through the smoke.
The tides have changed, but there is still 1 player in B side. Can they clear him quick enough for the rotation not to go in?
He's going to get Gabor, but he can get Spur. Spur one more time on point with the op. As you can see now, it's going to be an MP9 and an op towards the defense for WASD Sports onto the site. All 3 players are going to go through CT, either ruins or the hallway there, the street. I'm going to see maybe Spur can find anyone here. He misses the opening shot there. Who was it? I believe maybe he tagged there Eniho. Not quite sure.
Eniho was already on low HP, so I feel like he missed on that one. Misses another shot. As you can see, the CTs are eventually pushing through, and oh my God, Spur gets 1 kill. Gets the second one. Can he get the third one? Only 10 HP remaining. Gets the third. And it's 9-4 Spur.
And it's an ace for Spur.
What a godlike round from him.
Yeah, he's just so fast. There's no way you can kind of disrupt that player. Like any flash, anything's gonna come through. He can evade it. He's moving so fast.
And you can see that in the leaderboard as well, as he's on 17 kills currently, and the half hasn't even finished yet. So can he reach the 20 kills per half? I'd say definitely at this rate.
Yeah, that could be the case. Let's see, they're going to be aggressive push towards here. Gaborik managed to get 2, and instantly Spur now looking for the kills. He wants to get that 20 kills before the half ends. The flash will come through. Let's see what can Dodds find here. He's going to find the first player, but there are still 2 more. He's going to look for the kills and find 1, and Centron's finally with the kill back, as he did pick up the AK. Well, nothing else will matter here. The bomb will be planted, and the only thing Centron's can do here is quite possibly just save it.
Yeah, his interest is obviously to save it. Spur has already given information to his teammate that he's fallen back to B site. They also know that he's not in CT, so this is going to be most likely a kill from WASD Sports coming in on Centrons. Let's just see if he can hold on, and Bitcher with an instant headshot just shuts it down. Any chances of saving that AK? 10-4 on WASD Sports. A very convincing T side so far. As you can see, they just want to keep up the pace, keep the pressure on Žalgiris, not really leaving a lot of room to think about what's happening and just trying to force round into round.
Žalgiris, their setups, they are okay. They're holding the angles, everything is okay, but just the pace of the game, how fast it's going, they can't adjust.
And you can see WASD Sports are not really taking any time with, as soon as they get the entry, they just push the site. They want to get it over with and just win the trade game and win those rounds out very quickly. And it seems to be working, as Gaborik actually goes down, and Spur managed to find a kill on Reggie and Dreamus. So they know B site is clear, and Spur is going to try to take it and hold with the AVP until his teammates arrive, as the bomb is still towards A, flashing for his teammate and just seeing if they can get the position. Spur gets the CT player, so B is completely clear. Will they push this? Dodds.
Perfect timing and the kills and everything. He waited for Sol on there on the edge of the smoke to see if any players come through. And that kill from Spur in just the time. Everything falls in place for WASD Sports.
Dodds really just put the nail in the coffin, pushing through the AAP smoke and just gets both of the players, as you did have a second T player there just to finish it off, and Spur managed to really take the job. 11-4, a very quick half, I must say. I feel like it's been only 5 minutes and we're already in the second half of the game.
It's been around 20, man. But still, it's super fast.
That's still a lot, very quick. No slow rounds here. As you can see, 3 players towards B, and the B push is going to be coming in from Žalgiris Sports. Bishop gets the first contact, actually gets dropped by Anyhow. Can they get any more of the CTs, and are they expecting a third one to be already in sight?
Yeah, the USPS is not making too much work here, as they're not getting the kills. Only some damage put in, and from the back line, Spur just moving in, looking for the headshot on the player. He can't find it. Walkman with the kill, and only 2 players left alive for WASD Sports. And here's the smoke fades. Vista in a pretty bad position to deal with any of the players as Reggie takes him down.
And only Dodds remaining now. There is a few low HP players, but can he land those headshots? He doesn't. A lot of damage on Reggie, actually shuts him down completely, but Senchons will get the kill. You can see that Žalgiris really abuses the fact that if you have the chance to push up close and really fast with those Glocks, if the headshots from the CTs are not coming in, and Bitcher, unfortunately, I think it was either 2 or 3 shots he missed there and got shot down and punished because of it. It was an instant entry and an instant trigger for the terrorists to just swarm in and take the site as quick as they can. I like the fact
that the Žalgiris Esports, they don't seem broken, they don't seem lost here at first round at least.
No, definitely. It feels like they want to fight fire with fire, and that's exactly what's happening right now. As Bitcher already dropped to 30 HP just from the nades alone, going to be up close with the CZ. Can he get the kill on? Actually, Dodds gets the first kill as Bitcher follows up on Walkman, and only Anyhow now trading and killing Vista. Gaborik finds another kill, and it's becoming a dangerous situation as
there's only Reggie's left alive, and looks like the pistols could make this one work.
I feel like Spur knows where he is. He heard him.
Yeah, definitely, but there is Reggie with 1 kill, and now Spur just with the free kill onto Reggie. Free AK in his hands, and an anti-eco victory for WASD Sports, a force by victory.
That's a heavy round to lose after such a convincing first round. I feel like Žalgiris had in their mind that this should be a relatively easy round after, getting the hardest part over, which is the first initial round.
But the fact that there was I can remember Gaborik pushing into abs, just finding the players in second middle, they were not expecting CTs to be in that position at all. So something was not, but they basically were not ready there. Let's see, the Mag 7 comes out, but instantly getting shut down. So no highlights for Dodds this time.
Highlight for Dreamus though, as he gets 2 kills with the CZ. Can he get any more out of it? You can see Žalgiris trying to punish, once again, fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Sorry for the repetition here. As you can see, 2 CTs already up close. Vista gets the initial kill. Can they follow up on the second one? Walkman shuts them out. And only Spur left now with the AK against 2 CZs and a Glock. So, doesn't have a kit though, so he really needs to get these kills fast, and which means he needs to risk it. Will he do it though?
Looks like he's going to check left side first, where is the CZ player, but he can't find Walkman.
Walkman manages to score 3 kills with the CZ and another 2 kills on his teammate with the CZ as well. And another round goes towards the Žalgiris eSports team. So it's 12-6 right now, and this is a dangerous territory, as if the CTs win now, or if the terrorists win now, either way, someone's going to get reset.
Yeah.
Someone's going to get reset, and it's not going to be good news, as obviously it's a chance for Žalgiris eSports to come back, and it's also a chance for WASD Sports to shut the game down.
But they kind of already have shut down middle with that smoke there, so it means Žalgiris eSports, they can't push in that fast.
And also means they will need to check a lot of positions, as they don't know what the CTs are doing. Are they pushed up? Are they peeking into second middle? There is a player, terrorist player in second middle, just keeping an eye for any super aggressive push, but still they have no information as to what's happening with apps and so on, and the clock is already approaching 1 minute, so terrorists really need to start making plays.
Spur was instantly found there by Walkman as he was boosted there on the roof onto short. And the Molotov comes through. Can Gaborik find anything? He's going to see the player but does not get the kill. As now calls for rotation from Vista, but Vista with 15 HP. If he stays in this position and he's undetected, he can do a lot of work. Well, let's see as now the rush comes through. They're going to take the sights, and instantly Gaborik just taken down. Vista, will he peek out? He will, and instantly Reggie takes him down. So now 2 against 4 situation. As well as Sports, they're going to probably want to save these weapons.
Yeah, they realize they're going to be in a very tough position money-wise in the next following round. So obviously, any extra weapon they can get is good. You can see Dodds also has a deagle, so he'll be able to pass that on to one of his teammates.
Yeah.
Keep hold of the shotgun, and Bitcher on the CZ perhaps can find another kill or two. The damage was there, but not enough from WASD Sports to actually shut this round down. As Dodds actually loses his life to Centrons. Unfortunately, there couldn't get the kill. It seemed like a few pellets missed, and he did a lot of damage. Once again, as you can see, all the terrorists are below 50 HP.
Yeah.
So,
and even Reggie did just die. So they lost one more weapon that they could have saved.
Was that an AK?
I believe it could have been an AK. But they're not going to be too sad about it. Now they can go for MAC-10s, be fast about it. Since that was what WASD Sports were doing to them on T sides.
Exactly, yeah.
Just run them down.
Run them down is question if it's going to happen. There's no. You can see Reggie has the MAC-10 and he does seem to go into second middle in a quick pace. Just wants to see if there's going to be any sort of app push. But like, look at Banana. There's 4 CT players there, and
instantly one taken down. Dreamers finds 2. Gaborik with the kill onto Walkman. What else can they do here? As Doz now switches out to the CZ as well. They still have to find one more player there in the Banana as the bomb will be planted in A site. And this doesn't look like a round WASD Sports can clutch. Although if they find Dreamers, this could work out potentially. But they will. So Spur instantly with the kill. They don't have the armor.
Dreamers missed like 4 or 5 bullets there. So unfortunate. He was expecting the players. He knew they were going to be coming eventually. And just got put down by Spur. There are 2 weapons on CTs. They're just seeing if they can deny these last weapons from the terrorists, as obviously Spur doesn't want to lose that AK. The UMP, perhaps not so important, but the AK definitely worth keeping hold of, and thus you can see Dodds taking a up-close position, but the terrorists are going to be saving in CT spawn, and this is going to turn into 12-8. Still, WASD Sports are leading, but you can see Žalgiris are starting to close down that gap, and are we going to see a close match here?
Close match.
Because I feel like there's a good potential for this match to go 15-15.
Oh yeah, at this point, definitely I want to see if Žalgiris are they going to use the op? Because I think at that time when Spur gets the op on CT side, it's going to be really tough, and they need someone to shut him down almost instantly. They need to find a player that can deal with him, and I'm thinking it's going to maybe just continue on the aggressive play, although they have kind of slowed things down now as they know that there is a buy round for WASD Sports.
There was a nade from WASD Sports going down into Banana, so Žalgiris were just waiting not to get any free damage on themselves and are going to be approaching this Banana position, but it gets smoked off again. So Dreamers realizing a player being up close, just looking out for that boost position, as a single terrorist player is going to be keeping an eye on second middle, making sure nobody pushes too much. The bomb is still in T middle, so they're just really... it seems like they want to establish this Banana control initially before actually taking any other step here and seeing if they can get any free kills. That you can see the get right position being checked, also known as sandbags, and they're going to start to line up their smokes towards B. The bomb is probably going to head towards B. As you can see, a CT is already in archway, ready to run towards the B site as soon as he can. Gaborik also takes a position deeper into A site. And the terrorists are going to be hitting B. The bomb is already taken position into Banana. They know nobody pushed up in the second middle, so there are still 2 players on A, 1 hanging around in arch. And interesting positions from CTs, giving up the site and using the boost.
As Bitcher, he got 2, but that's going to be it here. Although Dodds with the UMP doing so much damage and only Centrons left alive. He has to be careful. He has no idea about the site. And these smokes from Žalgiris eSports kind of weird, I have to say.
Not entirely sure about this deep CT smoke. Good idea, but as you can see, Gaborik spots the player, doesn't allow for the bomb to go down just yet. They're going to be pushing in together. Vista gets the kill on Centrons. The bomb did go down, so the fuse is going to be going through. It's not a bad idea to have that smoke there. It's just They didn't have anything for CT. They didn't have anything to counter the boost.
We were talking about this with Gekons, and that is kind of a good idea. They smoked off the sites and they smoked off deep CT, as they can now move through the ruins and clear out every single position there. They want to move as a unit, but Bitcher
just instantly denied them with 2 kills there, and Dodds followed up with another 2, so they just got shut down there. Unfortunately for them, good attempt. Unfortunately, it seems WASD aim is just slightly better at the moment. And you can see Dodds and Spur both have the AVP here. Spur picking up a second middle aggressive spot. The player gets the kill. Can he get the second one? He's going to be dropped by Reggie, as he couldn't manage to fall back quick enough. There were actually 3 players there, I believe. He thought there were only 2 and thought he was safe. So 4 versus 4. As you can see, the CT players need to push, make an informational play happen, and they are doing so by pushing the banana slightly. Dodds understanding that there's nobody in banana, so most likely they're going to leave one person down at B, and you should see a rotation going through towards A any second now. There is still a lot of time, but they just want to establish this up front position and make sure there's no chance of a free terrorist sneaking into B side, as Dodds is falling back towards A, and you can see the bomb is going to be crossing T middle now towards the mid position, and it is going to be an A play. They're just holding still for CT information play, but I don't think they realized that the CTs already know what's about to happen.
They're trying, and Nico through the smoke finds the player there. Dodds going down almost instantly. As Nico finds one more. Bitcher going down into the back lines. They wanted to have that backstab, and I can see Žalgiris eSports, they understand. They can go towards the B side. It's going to be free.
They realized just from the kills alone that they were already expecting them. Therefore, most likely B is going to be completely free. And you can see the CT players are starting to realize that it's not going to be A, and they're just going to choose to save, as obviously they do need that AVP and they do need the AK for the next round.
They can go for double ops, as they were before with Spur and Dodds. Did not work out this round, but kind of like Dodds, he was trying to peek in and get shot through the smoke.
Yeah, Vista picks up the second op, so they're just going to make this play same as before, having an op on each side and seeing what can be done with them. I mean, a solid attempt from Spur. He did manage to get the kill. Unfortunately, it was just traded like a half a second too fast for him to fall back.
What do you think about not leaving the AK, what was before, or M4 Bitcher in the banana, but like the AWP player a bit deeper in, just so he can get definitely the first kill there and then fall back and have the players rotate?
I feel like Dodds should have probably stayed there and just held perhaps even a further passive angle. I don't know how comfortable he feels with coffins. Yeah. I know that a lot of times AVPs, if they're left alone, they choose to stay on coffins because they can then play around the rotation.
But like being in banana, you can call a rotation a bit faster in, because if you have the AWP and you're in coffins, you kind of could get run down.
Yeah, of course. It's I don't know. I think it's going to be a player's personal preference here. As you can see, Vista now throwing a nade down middle, does manage to deal some damage to Anyhow, who was peeking into CT middle there. And 4 terrorist players in the second middle. They want to establish this app control. It is 13-9, and Žalgiris eSports are very close to resetting CT's economy. Central drops Spur and actually gets Bitcher as well. And now it's a bleak situation for WASD. They need this round. They don't have the manpower. Can Gaborik and Dodds step up, as Vista as well needs to get those kills in and needs to drop some terrorists. And you can see terrorists almost on full HP. Still lots of nades there. Smoke goes down for A long, and the terrorists are going to be pushing.
Vista pushes through. Oh, this could potentially work out. The flash comes through, and Vista with 2 kills. He's looking for the third
one. Oh my.
And now it's going to be Dodds 1 against 2. Did kind of work out, as he did push through the smoke.
Dodds is already up close. He doesn't have the kit, but he will have the time, as he's already walking zoomed in and just going to see if there is going to be a free kill he can get. He spots the player, gets the kill. Can he get the kill on Centrons? He realizes he has to be inside.
He did not see the guy right behind the box there. Will he see the head? Will he see any kind of edge of the player there? As he now moves over, Centron should know, and Centron is playing accordingly here, as he now did see the player, but Dodds did see him as well, and Centron just plays it perfectly.
Great choice of positioning from Dodds and Centrons as well. That's probably the best duel either of them could have taken in that position. Dodds, I feel like he had another 3-4 seconds. He could have perhaps waited and see if the terrorist gets eager to get that kill. But it would have been slightly a risk.
And maybe picking up an automated rifle, like an AK or M4 that was there on the ground. That could have also.
Did he have
maybe.
the chance?
I think on short he had a chance.
Okay.
I at least think so.
Well, I feel like he probably was confident he's going to get the kill, but it just didn't go his way. So 13-10 now, and CT's money is not great. As you can see, a few deagles there. Dream's already dropping a boy because Anyhow will drop Bitcher, and Anyhow still holding control of that banana, as seeing if he can find the second player there, but the CTs are already rotating towards A and realizing that a push is imminent any second now.
These sides stronger on both teams. As we can see, was kind of struggling now at the moment. Only 2 rounds here on CT side. That's something you would expect from them. And here Vista pushes out, but he gets only some information that the players are there. And here Spirited Ziegel looking for the kills, but Reggie just comes out at the right time. And only 2 players will be left there. Vista gets 1, but Reggie with the clean up 3 kills. And the 11th round for Žalgiris eSports. As now the money will be there for WASD, but doesn't look like the best buy they can get.
Well, it's going to be 13-11 with limited utility on CT side, so it's very important in this round. I feel like in a round where you have limited utility on CTs, you should see if you can establish some sort of control somewhere to know for sure, trying to basically force the terrorist players into the other side. Yeah. If that makes sense. So you can see a quick banana play coming out from Žalgiris eSports, switching up the pace, pushing up close, and quickly want to end this now, as they know they have a chance to shut it out. Walkman is going to kill Dodds very quickly, realize the other player is in CT, so the side should be clear.
Yeah, Bitcher didn't get anything there, was trying to spray through the smoke, find the opening, but now moving through here is going to be real tough, especially now with the smoke drop down. I know if terrorists know that there's an edge of the smoke, as Bitcher can definitely get Reggie here if he pushes forward. You can see terrorist players being careful about where they choose to go. It looks like WASD Sports could just wait for the players to come through the smoke, or as the smoke to fade. As Spirit did find Reggie, but there is Gaborik still left alive. Obviously already went down, and now both players, they will save some weapons.
They're going to be saving their weapons and their utility. Dreamus almost got dropped there, but Anyhow saved his life by killing the player that was boosted up. And you can see Dreamus only left on 10 HP, and he doesn't manage, unfortunately, to save his weapon. Actually, does go down to the bomb, and he will need to rebuy that weapon. But catastrophic news for WASD Sports. That was an extremely important round for them to have. So this now definitely is getting closer to 15-15.
Even at this point, as WASD Sports have taken only 2 rounds on CT's side, this could look like Žalgiris eSports could just finish this now. 4 rounds in a row and they're done.
Not entirely sure why WASD Sports don't choose to play banana more aggressively every single round. As Žalgiris eSports, regardless of the situation, we're trying to take that banana control and trying to understand where the terrorist players are going to be.
Vista finds the opening, evades the A player, and now here really close angle. Can he do something here? Although you can see already in the second middle, just players checking, still Centron's waiting, someone's going to peek out. Looks like Gaborik wants to have that information.
And Vista dropped a very painful HE nade there on Anyhow and Walkman, as they're both left only on 50 HP, and there is a T player trapped in banana, as well as Centrons goes down in second middle, and Spur gets the kill on Anyhow. Dodds find a kill on Dreamus, and Walkman only now left and is going to be shut down instantly. Now they're going to be picking up all of these weapons. Vista actually gets the AVP. They do have 2 AKs and 2 M4s on their side, so this is great news and a great chance to shut it out now. As you can see, the terrorist players are going to be having a full buy, but WASD Sports really need this round, not because it brings them closer to the victory, it's just guaranteeing their victory. Let's see if they can get it here and what
Spur
they choose
wanted
to do.
to go for aggressive peek. He will go. Did he know he gets tagged up? He managed to, the Nico managed to survive. Very lucky there for WASD Sports, because if they would lose Spur there with the op, then it could go south real fast.
An extremely risky play from Spur there. Managed to get out alive as Dodds and Bitcher up close in banana, just making sure that terrorists are not pushing in just yet. And there are still 3 T players around banana. 2 players fall back and only 1 now in banana, making sure.
You can see even Spur has rotated towards the B site, just in case. Now they want to take control of banana. Bitcher is going to take down Dreamus, the player who was trying to still stay there and secure that no backstab will come in. But now as the push towards the A side comes in, the players, they will head towards long, as it looks like it could be Spur here, although he's going to go towards the library, and from this position he can definitely make this op work.
And Vista also in that deep pit position. And you can see the terrorists seem to be slightly can't really make a decision where to go now, as Centros actually is going to be dropping Gaborik, and they still realize there is a player in pit. Managed to drop Vista. Spur gets a kill on Reggie and gets instantly dropped, and it's a 3 versus 2 currently. There is still a player up close in A-Long from CT, and that is going to be Bitcher, as he's going to be waiting for Dodds to clear apps, and they're going to try to split this site and sandwich the T players.
Yeah, luckily for them, they don't have any nades to kind of distract the players, and you can see already here who was it there from the site. Centron's checking the apps, so when Bitcher comes out, Dodds instantly taking down the player. He did not find Walkman there. And now let's see, he's going to see the player, he's going to look for the headshot. He does not know that there's one guy on short with the op. Niho just checking, and Dodds, he's running out of time, 10 seconds left. He has to find 2 players in just a matter of seconds here. Niho missing the shot, Dodds pushing in, he's going to find one. He's going to go for defuse, but there is no time. Looks like he will manage to save it, although he's waiting to get that op player killed off. But anyhow, he's going to save it, 13-14. But still a buy round possible for WASD Sports.
Still a buy round possible just off the sheer amount of kills. They got only one player surviving for Žalgiris eSports. It's 14-13 right now. A tactical timeout does come out for Žalgiris eSports, as they do need to talk about what they want to do in this situation. It's a very, very tight position to be in. And obviously, they do have the chance to shut the CTs down, as they're going to have on some of the players limited utility. You can see that Spur is going to have the AVP, no real nades he can purchase there. So I feel like Spur is going to go for another risky play at this stage.
Yeah, he has to. He before went towards middle, did not get any kind of, he got information that there's still a player waiting in middle, got tagged, had to fall back, didn't do too much in the end with the op. He's now thinking what's going to be his approach to this round. He's going to go towards the B side, now he's going to go towards the A side one more time. And let's see from where he's going to play. We still haven't seen Spur with the op in the apps, as he sometimes does that.
Yeah, he got punished in that second middle, and I feel like he's slightly afraid it's going to be happening again, as he understands there's at least 2 terrorists going into second middle most of the time, so it's a risky play for him to make. He's just going to be holding middle here, as you can see smoke dropped in banana by WASD Sports, preventing any terrorist player peeking into what's really happening behind that smoke. And there's also an interesting setup here. WASD Sports understanding that Žalgiris are not really abusing A-Long, so they've put 2 players in short as well as a player near the pit area,
Checking the apps and even going towards the short if needed. So kind of looking forward to this A push. Let's see if any kind of fast rotations come through. The bomb yet to be picked up. Žalgiris eSports making some noise in banana. Let's see if any grenades come through.
Just clearing out the CTs, making sure that the CTs are still going to be guessing as what's going to happen and trying to force a mistake there, as Spur just checking through the boiler room to see if any terrorist player has made into apps, gets smoked off in A-Long and instantly falls back towards the site, understanding that it's an odd smoke to have as a fake, so therefore most likely a push is going to be coming through. No rotation just yet, and Spur with the aggressive peek gets flashed. Can he survive and get a kill here? Actually spots the player.
Gaborik with 2 kills, that is a lot of work, but here Spur missing the shot and then costs him his life. As now Vista only guy left here on A side, at least the closest, although already through the smoke pushing forward. Vista gets 1, looking for the kills, and that's going to be WASD Sports now on 15 rounds. Great defense. Weirdly enough, Žalgiris did not check the pit.
Žalgiris did not check the pick. Also, Gaborik doing great work, managing to get those first two crucial kills on Žalgiris eSports. And Spurs slightly unlucky there. It felt like he's going to land the shot, but I feel like just because he jumped, he slightly moved there. And the game's continuing. It's 15-13.
A fast push from Žalgiris. Now the grenades will come through. You can see how much damage it does as the players are really close. Let's see what can Bitcher do here. Will he see them coming through? It's going to be Dodds with the first kill. Dodds looking for more, although Niho takes him down. Now it's all on Bitcher. He finds 2 players, switches his position up, and now the players running through. Dreamers will find him, but he's going to be left with 19 HP. No smoke here, as the Molotov can now come through, and WASD Sports can now just move in. Only Dreamers left here, and his position is spotted. 3 HP on him as he steps into the Molotov. This does not look too good for Žalgiris eSports, and there he goes, 16-13. A close map, and Žalgiris eSports definitely putting up a good fight. The T side so strong. To not allow too much room for WASD Sports to move around, to do what they want. The control was not there at first.
Props to them. First of all, props to Žalgiris eSports just of this strong T side. It felt like after such a convincing side from WASD Sports, it's very hard to jump into that mentality. But I feel like they slightly broke WASD Sports at one stage and made them really stress about the whole situation. And you can see that this win on the first map didn't come easy for WASD Sports, and really keen to see what's going to be happening on
on Cobblestone, because I'm thinking like Baltic State, they now have definitely a chance to pull this one through, because their gameplay, they're looking really good.
The question is WASD Sports' confidence broken? Because you can see Dodds was very confident initially, Spray was very confident, but as these rounds started to get closer and closer and closer, and the scoreline as well, they started to crumble a bit there. So the question is the pressure going to be too much for WASD Sports, and do Žalgiris really feel it that much that they're in still that comeback mode where you're just chasing and chasing and chasing, and therefore the players are getting the kills eventually throughout. So very close first map, really excited to see what's going to be happening in Cobble.
Exactly, as now we're going to head into a small break, and when we come back, as we mentioned, Cobblestone between Žalgiris eSports and WASD Sports.
I can never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
G's than the L. I want more 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 G's than the L. To rap out till I black out.
Hello and welcome back to the CSGO part of the day. One thing that I want to now announce is going to be we're going to have the giveaway for one ticket for both days to the Hypertown LAN event that's going to be held in Uppsala at 26th and 27th of May. So if you want to win that ticket and go to that event, be sure to be active in the chat, because only people who are watching 15 minutes.
Every 15 minutes,
Yes.
as long as you post a message every 15 minutes, you are slightly grading your odds of winning the actual ticket. So just for the sake of being active in the chat, we are going to reward those users more, but everyone gets a shot as long as you're subscribed to our channel.
Yes, because
and you're
if you
watching
are,
the stream.
because if you're subscribed, you're gonna have a better chance of winning in the giveaway. The same thing if you're regularly watching us, continue to watch us, be sure to do that, as the giveaway will be done, I believe, at the end of the stream, so be sure not to miss it. Check out League of Legends as well if you're tuning here only for CSGO. So for now, I believe we should be ready to jump into the matchup between those two teams. Žalgiris eSports and WASD Sports is going to be Cobblestone, and now the knife round should begin soon. We talked about that since the first map went so close between those two teams, this one should be close as well.
I feel like this should be close as well, but it's a very mental game at this stage, as obviously are WASD Sports mentally broken? First question. Second, is Žalgiris Sports eager enough to win? And it's all going to show up in those very first rounds, as I feel like those are going to be extremely crucial, and regardless of whose way is going to go, it still should be a relatively close match. The Knights are going through, and it seems like WASD Sports are actually going to win the round. Let's just see which side do they prefer, as they choose to stay, and WASD Sports are going to be starting on CT side, and see what strategies Žalgiris is going to bring out on their T side.
But since they were so strong on T side, both of the teams, I think they should continue on that kind of a train, just to be as aggressive as they can, get the advantage like that. But let's see, maybe WASD Sports have great strategies planned for the CT side against Žalgiris eSports, because they've played the Cobblestone a lot. I believe both of the teams have played it. Both teams have great operas, which I'm really looking forward to. And now let's jump into the first pistol round. So not too much noise being made by Žalgiris eSports into the B house.
Centrals does have a flash to give to his teammates into drop position. First contact is going to be happening in B long.
And Beast there with the Deagle couldn't do too much. He bought the Deagle at the first round, so now let's see how this B take is going to work out for these players. Spur gets one player now looking for more, but Nico is there to get the kill back. Dodds and Bitcher both with the kills, and there is the great defense from WASD Sports.
Extremely solid hold. There was Borik on a fast rotation already from behind, as well, as I feel like this round was doomed already in the middle of it. Obviously the T players are not really fully aware of that quick flank coming through, and they still have a side to deal with, and that extremely solid hold from WASD.
And you see they even went for kind of defensive positions. The first two players went down, and they just stick with being in the side, just deep in from the chicken huts. There's not giving anything too much to Žalgiris eSports on the entries.
Quick check coming in for B long from CT players. Managed to spot one, and a nade does 55 damage on Walkman there. Also, Reggie gets tagged up a bit. Another nade going through, not going to find that much damage as the flashes go through and the push comes in for B side. The player up in tree position gets shot down instantly as trades are going left and right here, and it's a 2v2,
Now,
2 versus 1.
1v1 as Centrons did get dots there. Now against Gabor, he has to be real careful. Gabor exposed the player, is now looking to get the kill. It's very fast, and let's see who can take it. But if this is going to be forced by victory for Žalgiris, I believe they could be in the clear to continue on like that, but Gaborik there in the end manages to find the headshot on Centrons. Looked really close, especially in the beginning when Spur got flashed and couldn't do anything on the boost on the tree.
There were instant trades coming through, so he could have gone any player's way, but eventually Gaborik managed to win it out with the MP9, realizing that the T player is most likely tagged, and he just wasn't giving him that headshot potential with the Deagle there. And you can see 4 T players already up close. Middle, will this be a middle push? Will they push the smoke, or do they choose to wait just a bit? As you can see, there are actually 2 players on A expecting this push.
Gaborik switched out to USPS, and that's a big mistake as he loses his life. And now Dodds, at least he sprays down one, sprays down the third one as well, and Spur there in the end managing to get the kill.
Unfortunate timing for Gaborik.
Wow.
Could have gone very horribly wrong with the early entry. Luckily, Dodds there with the save of the day, and it actually picks up the AVP off that, as Vista still holding that shotgun and seeing if he can rack up some kills and some money. Terrorists are going to be buying up, slightly limited utility there, and a boost goes through as also Dodds finds a kill on Reggie. So they do have that early kill, and Vista boosted up with that Nova up close, and most likely can he get the player? Misses the shot, misses the second shot, and he should fall back here, does so safely, and even puts up a Molotov behind him. As now it's going to be a 5 versus 4, and the terrorists need to regroup and understand what their game plan is going to be. Anyhow, still has the AVP, so there is still a good potential to win this round as long as they can find at least one entry and play off that.
Owen Walkman through the wall finds Gaborik, but there is Dodds who misses the shot, and that kind of now puts him back as well as Vista on the rotation. He has to find a good position for that shotgun. You can't use it in most places, especially on A side.
Yeah, as you can see, Dodds is choosing to opt in with his teammate Vista there for that close hold, and you can see that the sound cues are going towards B, so Dodds is instantly stepping back with that AVP, as it's crucial for a B hold here. The terrorist players are flashed at the moment, but eventually pushing through into the site.
Dodds finds one. Can Bisher get the bomb? He can't as Aniho moves out. He's gonna get only one, as Tendra is now the only man in the site, but there is Spur one more time with MP9 showing up.
Also, you can see that Dodds' timing worked out perfectly there, as he managed to actually get 2 players with the AVP, and it's already 4-0 for WASD Sports, and you can see they're eager to finish this off quickly. Terrorists are not going to be using practically any money, just a few pistols from the players who can allow themselves to do so, and they are going to be pushing middle as the flash already comes through, and Dreama's going through. Does he manage to actually lands the kill on Gaborik?
Yeah, Gaborik couldn't hit any shots there. Very unlucky as Dodds. He goes real aggressive here, and he gets the kill on Reggie. He's going to move forward and check this position, but he instantly gets taken down by Walkman. As you can see, almost all the players have rotated towards the A site, and now Terrorists, they just have to go back. As you can see, they're getting tagged up. Walkman missing the op shots, not having too much luck, managed to get away. But that kind of allows WASD Sports to also regroup, retake their positions, and even be a bit more aggressive. As you can see, Vista getting closer towards the long position. Spur ready for the rotations if needed.
You can see it's a 3 versus 3 situation at this stage. Terrorist players, that is Žalgiris eSports, just holding at the moment, forcing the CTs to second guess themselves and perhaps trying to catch someone off in an odd timing, being in an odd position, as obviously they need to manage 3 players in between 2 sites. And just curious to see how Walkman is going to be using this AVP to gain an advantage for his team, as they are slowly approaching A and deciding to try to push this site. Walkman just checking any corner, any cheeky position from a CT player there, and Vista is up close.
The timing, will he get the timing right, Vista? Will he see anyone there as now they move through? But no, the timing is completely off, as now they're pushing into the A site, and rotation from Bitcher and Spur is on its way. Let's see if Spur can find any players rotating as he safely gets into the position from which he can play. But instantly, Centron's there with the Deagle, managed to find one. Now Bitcher moving out. There's the op player who he takes down. And now 1v1 situation, and Nico versus Bitcher. My God, that UMP.
Bitcher almost lost the round for his team there. He actually team flashed his player and he died because of it, but manages to recover and gets 3 kills on the UMP. Excellent second kill near the wall. There were only 10 seconds remaining, and the terrorist player was not really in an advantageous position and eventually went down. The AVP is saved, and also double AVP setup coming out from CTs, and still a solid buy from the terrorists as it is 5-0 at the moment, so they do have the money for it. Smoked off B long, and Bitcher just holding and seeing is there any push that's going to be thrown. I think
he was spotted. I think Bitcher was spotted. Yes, the grenades are coming through the Molotov as well. He's going to try to run out. He's going to get sprayed, but 29 HP, and he still survives. And now, as the first smoke phase, the second is already into the play. But as you can see now, this flashes, smokes, everything coming through. The flash against them as well. Bitcher gets in a bit more aggressive position here, so he can shut down the players moving into the site, as it's not going to happen now. Bitcher fully flashed. Can he get the kills? He won't be spotted. There comes the spray as he gets only one. Now the player's moving in. Dod's still there with the op. Misses the shot onto Reggie as he finds the player spare with the op. Finds one, and he misses the shot. And it's going to be Dreamus from the other side coming in, getting the kill, as Reggie is going to be the last man standing, and instantly the in-game leader Gaborik taking down Reggie and securing.
The kill only with 5 HP. A very close round. Strong push. A timeout coming out instantly from Žalgiris eSports as it is 6-0. And it feels like regardless of what Žalgiris try to do right now, it's just written in stars that WASD are eminent to have the round.
Because even if they have like late rotations or disadvantage in the rotation, they still manage to find the players. It doesn't feel like Žalgiris eSports are expecting that completely fast play coming out from Buzz Sports on those retakes or anything else. Just looking, they could be possibly slower. They're not looking that they're going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, even in Dreamus in all chat just mentioned there that minus 95 HP and still doesn't get the kill. So they are getting frustrated at this stage. There's going to be a bit of utility on the T side as the CZs and Deagle buy is going to come through. Will they make this into another A play, as they seem to favor it more on pistols? But Gaborik already drops anyhow early and just falls back, while there is still a CT player, Dodds, peeking into middle, risking it slightly with the AVP, and will he see him?
And
the timing.
He will. My God, he gets the kill.
He gets the kill as it is a 5 versus 3 now. 2 terrorist players above drop zone. The bomb is far away in middle as Walkman is slightly sandwiched in here. Does he realize that the CT players have taken a slightly passive approach, as he is still slightly wary to fall back as the drop push not really going through enough. They're just peeking down, trying to make noise, trying to get away a player away from A site, as they do get tagged up, and then eventually both of them get dropped. Bitcher.
The UMP king at this map, at least.
Indeed, I agree. UMP seems to be his weapon of choice, and rightly so, as Gaborik eventually finds Walkman 7-0.
Like the rounds before were so close, of us sports were so low on money, but after this round, they're one more time set for a few more rounds.
They're one more time set for a few rounds. 7-0 is a solid haul, and very dangerous from Buzz Sports, as they did actually choose to start on CT side, where arguably some teams would say it's better on T side to choose on Cobble. A few flashes going over B long, and also a check from CT. Players not going to spot anyone out just yet, but understanding there are definitely players there. Is obviously long control on B is crucial on Cobble. Just nades being traded, terrorists are definitely not holding back on the utility, and Pitcher once again with the UMP.
Okay, he helps out Spur there to get the kill as he gets the assist, but that is B cleared out. It was Žalgiris eSports trying to fake towards B, I guess, open things up. That as well does not work out, only getting one kill. Perfect timing for the Molotov as they push through, and he's gonna go down. But
Gaborik gets both kills with the Molotov.
What? The stars have definitely aligned for them. Everything is going Vaz Sports' way here.
What's happening?
No idea.
Eniko just forced to basically save this AVP right now, as there are 3 CT players still alive. He's gone back into the tower position here, and will the CTs hunt for him, as there is still plenty of time. I feel like around 20 seconds CT players are going to be realizing that there's nothing really happening from the T side. You can see Spur already pushed through B halls and slowly creeping his way towards that tower position. Just checking, making sure the terrorist is not hiding somewhere up close. They do understand it is most likely the AVP that's being saved at this stage, as surely there were shots fired, and anyhow just sort of basically pushed into a corner here.
Yeah, he's not even peeking. He's not doing anything. He just wants to save this up.
Yeah, it is crucial for them to try to bring a comeback, as the instant kill potential is obviously a lot for a T side
but
to have.
But if you check the scoreboard, 3 kills. He hasn't had any luck. He before was put towards long, but you can see WASD Sports, they push out in long just at the right time to get anything done. Like you saw dots before.
Yeah,
just even staying towards long, not being contested or anything.
They seem to be losing their duels for sure, and for the CT side, definitely Bitcher showing up on this map, as well as Dodds, as expected from him to be in that upper leaderboard position as well. And it's 8-0 already, slightly one-sided right now, and starting to be worried for Žalgiris here.
Oh, they have to be.
Will the prediction come through, and will this be a 2-0 eventually, as we were kind of hoping for 1-1?
At the moment it looks like it, because Žalgiris, they still haven't found that weak link.
Yeah, they haven't found really a hole on the map they can abuse, as the hold seems to be just a bit too much. And you can see Centron's there up close, not realizing. Will he realize Bitcher is there? He's not going to really peek into it too much, just holding back and making sure the CTs don't get too much information by pushing B long. And Walkman up close in A long, as well as the bomb is there. So will they fall back? As a minute on the clock right now, no real action happening. Centron's making noise on B. Will he get
He
Bitcher?
almost got the kill there, but Bitcher was really careful about his positioning, as now they are trying to fake B, as they want to move towards the A side. There is the bomb. There are 4 players focused on that position. You can see Gaborik as well as Dodds both ready, checking middle, checking long, and on rotation Vista is ready. Rotation is going to be fast from him, and here at least Centron, he's going to get the kill. Will that force WASD Sports to move around? It does not. They don't even move a bit because of that kill.
Yeah, I think the smoke was already deployed for balcony on A, and Dodds actually gets the initial kill. Gaborik with another 2 kills, and it is a 3 versus 2 right now, as Dodds looking for another T player, realizing he has to be close up and long. The Molotov is holding him back as the rotation does come in, and there is a CT player up close, which gets dropped. That was Vista, and instantly a trade from Spur back.
Oh, and
Spur gets the other kill. AVP's doing massive work on B. Even Centron's getting the kill towards B. You can see that WASD Spurs were like, yeah, you can have that, it's fine.
Completely unfazed.
9-0, and still an extremely solid hold from WASD Sports, as they just simply cannot get, Žalgiris eSports just cannot get the kills that are required. You can see 4 smokes coming out from the terrorist players. Will this be a wall-off play into sight?
It feels like they're going to sit up, but it kind of already is being shut down by WASD Sports. Grenades coming through, the Molotovs as well should come through. You can see how much the nade deals. Does Bitcher see anything through the lower part?
Spur is actually going to risk it and go up close into long. Manages to get the first kill, doesn't land the second flick, as Bitcher just doing massive work with the UMP damage-wise. Spur actually, got another kill in there, and it's just clean up. 10-0. Žalgiris.
How can this happen? How can this happen after that close of an Inferno matchup?
I said it's a mental game. It's a mental game. Unfortunately, WASD Sports' confidence shows throughout their plays, and they seem unfazed by anything. Therefore, Žalgiris feel a bit desperate. I feel like at this stage they need at least
you can see WASD Sports, they were expecting this kind of a rush, and the Molotov does its work. Even there were 2 Molotovs dropped down. I feel like WASD Sports, they're expecting everything to happen here, as Bitcher gets 1. Here's going to be Spur with the op, taking down the enemy op player. Only 2 players left here for the side of Žalgiris, as they're trying to use the grenades to push out the players, but Spur still unfazed, as we mentioned before. And Walkman now with 13 HP, he can't do anything. Gaborik is in the right position at the right time. 11-0.
Excellent read from WASD Sports, deploying that Molotov early on, and another Molotov kill is again coming in from WASD Sports, showing that they're very eager to go and finish this round as quick as possible. Another timeout tactical for Žalgiris, as they're trying to understand what is really happening with these plays, and what can they do about the situation, as I feel like they're basically not doing anything towards drop zone, and perhaps that is something they should try to abuse, perhaps some sort of a B split through doors, drop zone. And
but when they do go into the drop zone, the WASD have taken such defensive positions, and on both sides, Vista is ready there for the rotation towards the A sites or just near the drop zone window. Other guys there as well, and if they come out there, they have a guy on the side, spur with the op if needed. It feels like Cobblestone is in the bag for WASD.
So far, definitely looks so, as the round does start eventually. Spur with an aggressive peek into B long. Didn't see anyone try to do a timing kill. Didn't manage to do so. Deploys a nade, does 0 damage, and is just going to be falling back as the terrorists, hearing all that commotion, just looking to see if anyone is still peeking. And let's see what can
Bitcher with one, Bitcher with the second, pushed out, looking for the third. He can get Centrons, but there's already 2 players down and so much information gathered because of it. They're not expecting, and the flash was just perfect timing for Bitcher to get 2 kills there.
Dreamers here still waiting for that A player to push, trying to see if they're going to play off the information, but WASD keeping control, keeping composed, not doing anything rushed right now. They do have the man advantage. The Molotovs are going to be deployed in the drop zone. Dodds with the kill. Can he get the second one as Centron's bomb is dropped? Vista gets the other one, and only Dreamers now remaining.
Like you're talking about, they should do something about the drop zone, but instantly as they drop down the smoke, the 2 players rotate towards the drop zone. This just...
They need to get a player out into connector through windows. They should Molotov below as well as the left side, and then after the Molotov below finishes, instantly try to get into windows. Try to sneak a player, at least one player in, to cause some sort of commotion. Otherwise, the player who's playing around doors, rock position is free to help out wherever needed. A, B, long, whatever, you know. So they're not really doing that, and therefore WASD always feel like have the man advantage whenever a push comes through. And there are back to this round. 3
Dodds
players already up close.
The players are rushing forward, and Dodds goes down. So he did not expect the rush to come through, and here Gaborik, he won't find Walkman. Now let's see, 2 against 5 retake for WASD, as this time the fast push comes out. They were not expecting it, but with the flash drop down, Spur with 1, Spur with the second, Bitcher with the kill, and now from the backlines, Bitcher, he has to just shut down this player, and it's going to be one-on-one situation. He does the damage, but now he has to be real careful about his positioning since the player is still waiting for him. You can see here, Reggie, he finds Bitcher.
Still a very close round from WASD, regardless of those quick picks, 3 initial. Unfortunate positioning from Dodds there. Did wanted to go for an aggressive peek with the AVP. They should have realized that the terrorists might try to do a quick play here due to the fact that they just had their money basically destroyed from the previous round, as they used all of the utility. And unfortunately, it just went Žalgiris eSports' way. It is only the first round that they've managed to got, as it is still 12-1. And Centron's here up close in B long. Let's see if he can find the player. Actually gets the kill on Bitcher eventually, so instantly being traded with the Molotov. And can he get this?
Dodge just at the right time, turns around. That kind of, at this point now, takes attention towards B. As you can see, only 1 player towards the A side. Gabor, can he find the player here? He did see the shadow. He's looking for the kill, and he's going to get it. But there's going to be 1 more player, and he was not expecting it. With the flash, he's going to get back. And even now, the Molotov coming through is going to see the player, but Dreamers at least gets the kill. And you're talking about to get the player here in the drop zone, but Reggie can find the opening. It's going to be now 3 against 2 situation. The bomb will be planted. So let's see what's going to be the positions for Žalgiris eSports on this defense. At this point, they need to enable Aniho to do a lot of damage with the op.
Yeah, Aniho definitely needs to get a kill, as obviously his teammate is on low HP. He's just checking to see if any players have already pushed out, and the CT push is gradually on its way. No contact just yet, as Spur drops Aniho instantly inside, and the last low HP terrorist player is going to be shut down as they triple peek him basically, and securing another round on their side. Right
as the smoke faded, Spur was instantly ready to get the player, and Aniho was not ready for that. And WASD, I believe, like even in the beginning, they knew where I believe Dreamus was in that corner waiting. They instantly knew, so they were not too worried about that. I like the fact that Dreamus continued on to spray since he was expecting that double peek.
Correct, yes, but the third player eventually finished it. Gaborik was on 8 HP, I believe.
Yeah.
So there was sort of another second kill potential there, but could have he controlled the spray long enough? I don't know, debatable. Anywho, 13-1. and the terrorist money was pushed down a bit. Still, they managed to afford 2 AVPs, 1 Galil and 2 CZs in this round, so the AVPs really need to get an entry here as the T players are creeping up B long very close. Checking the tree position, don't manage to see anyone hit, not realizing how close they are, and Bitcher Gaborik instantly dropping 2 players as Reggie will trade with Bitcher, but there is still Spur to deal with that AVP in the chicken coop position.
Now let's see if he can find it. Spur misses the shot, but yes, from this position, it's going to be just Reggie going down as he was not ready. But now 2 ops are going to come and play, and even Spur just through the walls, tagging the player up, and now Dreamus and Walkman both get the kill. And now let's see, it's just Vista ready for the play as Walkman drops down, and Walkman is going to get the kill. So 1-on-1 situation, and Gaborik now is going to get in best position possible. He's going to go through drop, but it looks like Walkman is expecting that.
And Gaborik did throw out a flash just before, sort of for his team. It didn't manage to get the timing right, so Walkman is aware he's around that position somewhere, hasn't pushed out yet, so just seeing if he can catch the player off, as there is still plenty of time on the clock. No real chance for Walkman right now to escape unheard, and therefore the bomb is going to be planted down on B, and it's a 1 versus 1.
Oh, just a read from Gaborik, although it does not do too much damage. To see if Walkman can get this flick on him, but Gaborik!
With an instant pre-fire on the AVP, no comments there, really. You can't do anything against a pre-fire like that.
Yeah.
He just landed the shot, lined up perfectly, realized he realized he has a crosshair on him already, so he had to deal with the situation fast, and so he did in an extremely well fashion. 14-1 WASD Sports, complete domination.
The shortest game that's been on Baltic eSports League is 16-2. So it looks like it could be WASD Sports changing the history here if they manage to get the 2 rounds in a row.
Curious to see if WASD Sports will allow themselves to risk it and try to make some sort of a quick round towards A, as they are approaching the site, and they should just try to overwhelm the player on A long. As he's going to peek, is going to be spotted, doesn't get damaged just yet, as Walkman gets a single kill and gets to be instantly traded by Gaborik.
And they can't do too much, right? They're moving in, they're almost going in 1 by 1, and this won't help Žalgiris eSports as they get three players peeking the same position. Nicho and Centron just smoked off, Molotoved off, and this point it just does not look too good for Žalgiris eSports.
Yeah, the Glocks are up close already, so Nicho, if he peeks, manages to land an instant dink on Dodds. Dodds remaining with 3 HP, pre-fire there, and he's going to be shut out as Vista gets the first and the second kill, and therefore the round 15-1. Is this going to be the quickest game?
At the moment it looks like, especially now they pick up 3 AKs even, 4 AKs, just to make sure that everything goes according to plan.
Yeah, WASD Sports want to finish this one in fashion, and a convincing one as well. As you can see, 5 CZs actually across the board on Žalgiris eSports, and they are going to be heading up and close to B long. Reggie finds one.
Walkman runs out of bullets, has to switch his position accordingly, but Spur is there to make things different. Now only 2 players will be left alive for WASD Sports, so this pistol, the force buy, could work out as here Gaborik sees the player takes down. So it's actually going to be Spur with the kill as he has 6 HP. And now we can check the rotations from Centrons and Dreamers as they need to rotate because they can't make any more mistakes. This is the last round they can lose, because if they lose it, they're going to go out.
Centrons on low HP as well, gets spotted and instantly dropped. Did he spot the second player?
My God.
Shuts it out. Gaborik, just a beast on this map.
This has been the greatest showing from WASD Sports on Cobblestone. Just everything went according to plan. There was nothing Žalgiris eSports could do. Kind of sad in a way for them.
I'm just amazed as WASD Sports managed to find the composure to go through this hell of a, what seemed to be a hell of a CT side on Inferno, and managed to shut it out 16-1. I mean, we all know only one other scoreline could have been better, but I feel like you're pushing your luck there, asking for it. Žalgiris eSports, as you can see, Cobble is probably not their map and is not going to be in the near future, so they suggest to focus on other maps. Inferno seems to be fine. Really expected results? Surprise, actually, on the first map.
In a way. Well, I was expecting a close game. That was kind of something that I was expecting, that it was 16-13.
Yeah, I was just saying surprise just because the Žalgiris eSports T side was very solid, and it really managed to throw their opponent off. And For WASD Sports, seeing them to be slightly shaky was interesting to see how they handled the situation, as we were debating before, not really realizing, is it a internal issue that they're having? Are they not understanding what's happening on a map? Is there a hole on the map? So a lot of things going on there and a lot of speculations to have.
Yeah, but Cobblestone, just the greatest showing from WASD Sports that you can imagine. For now, I'm going to remind you about the giveaway that's going to happen at the end of the stream, so be sure to be active in the chat, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as watch the stream as much as you can, and be active in the chat every 15 minutes, just so you still stay in that people bag where you can get the giveaway. The 1 ticket for both days for the Hypertown LAN event is going to be held on May 26th and 27th in Cheapsal, so be sure to do that. And of course, don't go anywhere, as at 9 p.m. is going to be League of Legends part of the day, so you're going to welcome the other casters pretty soon. But for us, it's over. Thank you for watching. We're going to be back tomorrow with a full day of CSGO, so be sure to check in that, as well as I'm MV.
I'm V.
And see you tomorrow.